Well, since Tuesday, more than 30,000 Bitcoins have changed hands in China. That's 4 times the usual trade volume and compares with just 300 exchanged in the United States.
Right. Mark Karpeles is the Jon Corzine of the Bitcoin world. He made a terrible bet on Bitcoin. Had he been able to hold his position, it would have been very profitable for him. But like Jon Corzine and his position in Eurobonds, the timing was bad. He ended up bankrupting MF Global. He did eventually get a stay of execution from Goldman Sachs and his friends in Washington because they can print all the fiat money they want to cover all the crimes that are being committed. But Bitcoin cannot be printed to cover up the crimes. So like real market, free market capitalism, this guy's going to have to actually face the music.
Well, exactly. Everybody's saying, well, there should be regulation. But now you compare it to Jon Corzine, just like Mark Karpeles, they actually made really excellent, wicked, cool bets. They made sure bets. But they both dipped into client funds. They both dipped into client funds to cover their losses. Now, Jon Corzine, despite all of the regulation, despite everything that happened post-Enron, where CEOs are supposed to know what's going on with their books, he pleaded ignorance. He said, I'm just stupid. I didn't know that this was going on, and he got out of jail free. Well, people are saying Mark Karpeles should have known. He apparently never audited his books once, they say, in the last 3 years. So he's alleging he's as stupid as Jon Corzine.
Well, in free market capitalist economies, you have something called the price signal. And under Jon Corzine, the price signal of the bond market was manipulated by his folks and friends in the various bankers around the world to make it look like there wasn't this massive fraud going on. In the case of free market capitalism of Bitcoin, the price signal of Bitcoin dropping 50% from a high tells us that there's in fact something going on that needs to be looked at. And now it's being looked at, and the dead wood is being cleaned out of the Bitcoin economy. You know, people who say that Bitcoin is not regulated that's false. The Bitcoin is the most regulated currency in the world. It's called the Bitcoin protocol. That's the regulation. It disintermediates, and it gets rid of the need for the CFO or the Serious Fraud Office or the SEC or anyone else, FinCEN. You don't need them because it's self-regulating in the truest sense of the word. It's like the equation E equals MC squared. There's nothing you can do to perfect it. It is what it is. It was discovered, and that's what it is. You don't need a regulator to come in and say we need to regulate E equals MC squared. Similarly, with the Bitcoin protocol, there's nothing any regulator can do to add or subtract from the fact of the protocol what it is. That's what it is.